How's it going, Utica family? What a beautiful day we have outside, and what a beautiful week we have coming up. Hebrews 10:25 says that we are not to neglect the gathering of the saints. That has looked very different for us over the last several weeks, but we're super excited about the fact that this Sunday, May 17th, we're going to start gathering again for public worship. We want to just give you a little bit of a walkthrough so that you can know what to expect as we gather together. This is a real video, so you're hearing cars and you might see some people passing by, but I wanted to start out here in the parking lot just to let you know how you're going to get here. You're going to come in one of the main entrances, so that's the entrance down to Wells Highway. We also have another entrance off of Goddard Avenue and Stephen Drive, but we want you parking up here in this parking lot. We're only going to have one door open just to make things safer and simpler. So our only entrance is going to be right here, the front doors underneath the humongous cross, which is a great reminder for us that no matter what we're doing, we are under the direction of Jesus. So come in, park in this front parking lot, and then come on inside. You'll notice as we approach the front doors that we already have those propped open for you. Unless we get some, terrible weather on Sunday, this is how we plan to do it so that nobody has to grab doorknobs and handles and that kind of stuff. You'll just be able to walk right on in to our main lobby. Now you'll notice that our main lobby looks a little bit different than it normally does. We don't have any of our furniture in here. This is not seen as a congregating area this Sunday. This is just a way for us to get to the sanctuary because we want to be as safe as possible. So speaking of being as safe as possible, Karen, why don't you talk to us a little bit about how we're going to do sanitation this Sunday?
Absolutely. At Utica, we take it seriously, keeping the place clean. When you come in, you're going to see some new things. We've got our hand sanitizers here on the wall. We'd love for you to have a squirt or two when you come in the door. As you walk through, we're going to have numerous bathrooms on this side, that side, and in here, and they'll all be clean. Come on in and look, Joe. It's so clean, I think you could eat out in here, don't you? We've worked really hard to clean it up because cleanliness is next to godliness, correct? So keep in mind the cafe will be closed and we won't have coffee, but if you want to bring a bottle of water or something to drink, I'd highly encourage that. We will be cleaning between the services, the auditorium, the bathroom. So we'll also furnish masks. Anything else, Ryan, you can think of with sanitation?
Well, here in the main lobby, we normally have our library to the left and our cafe to the right. Library is going to be temporarily closed for Sundays. We do have a way for you to get some books on an occasional basis, but we're not going to handle that on Sunday. So if you want to check out a book at some point, just contact Miss Barbara and ask her how to do that in the best way possible. But we're not going to have the library open on Sunday. We're not going to have the cafe open on Sunday. As you can see, we won't have any furniture here in the lobby because we don't want you standing and congregating here. You're going to make your way straight into the sanctuary. One of the things you'll notice right here on the wall in front of me is probably one of the biggest differences you'll see in a typical worship service. Normally we would have an offertory in which we pass the offering plates. We're not going to be doing that. We may not be doing that for a long time. Who knows? So this might be a new normal for us. But you see right here on the wall, clearly marked for you, is a secure drop box for your tithes and offerings. You'll be able to just open this up, drop it in there. You'll notice it has a key on it. We'll also have some security eyes on it. But then also notice I had to put my hand on this, and I might have the cooties now on my hand. And so before I do anything else, I got some hand sanitizer right here. I can just wash my hands off. So that if there was anything that somebody else had touched, now I've killed it on my hands. So this will be the way that you'll drop in your tithes and offerings on Sunday. You'll just come straight through the lobby and enter into the sanctuary. Now, once again, you notice that these doors will be propped open for you. You won't have to enter these doors. The door that you actually enter is going to depend on where you're going to be seated in the sanctuary. We are going to have assigned seating on Sunday. Hey, Bart, why in the world are we assigning seats for a Sunday morning worship service?
It's the only way we can fit everyone in. It was like playing Tetris. when you sign up, you've got a row with 2 people on it, 1 person on it, and we have to leave 3 chairs in between. And in the balcony, you can't sit behind each other. So we had to do a seating arrangement, and I think Ryan's going to send that out, or Joe's going to send that out in an email today. I mean, look at this, along with a picture showing our A, B, C, D, E section that you're in, or either in the balcony. So, and notice that each aisle on the floor is numbered and has a letter beside it. So you'll be able to find your seat very easily, and there'll be someone at the door to help you find your seat and get in your seat.
I want to thank Bart for the work that he did. He has spent a lot of time working on our seating chart. And just like he said, the reason for that is we can fit more people into the sanctuary, maintaining social distancing, if we group them properly. So you're not going to be seated with anybody outside of your household, and then you're going to leave 3 seats between your household and another. As you can see, the rows are already spaced out, so we don't have to worry about that. We are going to have some seats in the balcony. More than likely, we won't have to assign seats in the balcony because there's only going to be a few people up there. We have 3 rows in the main section of the balcony. We just ask that you skip that middle row. Nobody seated in the second row. Make sure that you leave at least 3 empty chairs between households, and we would highly encourage you not to sit directly behind somebody in the balcony. So if somebody's on the first row, just kind of offset yourself and sit kind of catty corner to them on the third row. We should be able to seat as many people as are going to be here. Hopefully all of you have pre-registered. We've had that link available. We'll drop it one more time in the comments of this video because we do need to know who's going to be here when in order to maintain social distancing. You may notice that Karen was carrying a mask. We are going to highly encourage everyone to wear masks. We won't absolutely require it, but the reason we wear masks is to protect other people. It's because we produce droplets while we're talking, and then especially, unfortunately, while we're singing. I've read some studies that said that singing can produce like 6 times as many droplets than talking. I think that's probably even more than a Baptist pastor when he's preaching, because I usually spit a little bit while I'm preaching, but I'm going to be lots of feet away from you. So we encourage you to bring your own mask. We do have some here on campus. We have lots of people who have been making them, been very gracious to donate them. So we have some, but we don't have 120. So if you've been using a mask, we would highly encourage you to just remember to bring that with you. I didn't say this on the way in, but you won't be able to enter until 8:45 or 10:45, depending on what service you're attending. We have a 9 o'clock service and an 11 o'clock service. So those who are entering for the 9 o'clock service, the doors will be opened at 8:45. We encourage you to just come right on into the sanctuary, find your place. Of course, you can talk to the people who are near you, but you can't, hug up on them and high five them and all the handshakes that we know we're going to want to do. We got to be reserved in that because we do want to be as safe as we possibly can. At the end of the service, it's going to be very important that we get out of the sanctuary and even out of the building as quickly as we can, no later than 10:15. Karen, why is it going to be important that we get everybody out by 10:15?
Because I have a great crew of volunteers who are going to get in here and clean the sanctuary and the bathrooms so that the 11 o'clock crowd can come into a clean, sanitized place. So we're excited.
All right, so we're going to be doing everything we can to make it the safest place possible. Let me just give you a final encouragement. If you are even the slightest bit sick, we encourage you to stay home. If you are the slightest bit uncomfortable gathering for worship, we encourage you to stay home. Fortunately, we're going to continue the online worship service just like we have over the past several weeks. This pandemic has pushed us forward into online worship. That's going to continue for the foreseeable future. We don't ever plan on stopping that. So if you're not comfortable being here, or please, if you have any sickness whatsoever, stay home, worship with us, join with us as we worship the Lord. But we are excited about seeing you on Sunday. This is something we've been looking forward to and praying about and planning for, and we're glad the big day is finally here. We will see you Sunday morning. So be looking for that email about seating charts and a little bit more information. But we look forward to seeing you Sunday morning.